morning, guys. Today we are going to go out to the garden. I want to show you a few things. And can you hear Daisy? She is so excited that we're going out to the garden. I can't decide what to call this video. I'm sure by the time you're watching it, I will have decided. But, and I'll show you why I can't decide when we get out there. Okay, let's get the harvest basket. Oh, see if I can carry all of this. I've got my coffee. First thing we need to do is go take care of the chickens. Well, looky here. Here's George and Daisy and Sassy. Let me turn the camera so you can see each of them. Yeah, hi, good morning. Oh, Daisy. There's Daisy. Hello, Daisy. Yeah. Are you excited? Oh, yes. Oh, bless you. All right, porch kitties, you ready to go to the garden? These two don't always get along. I'm surprised they're sitting so close together. All right, so first things first, let's go take care of the chickens. Chicks. Hi, Tucker. All right, let's throw the chickens some corn real quick. I know, you're excited. Hey, girls. Want some corn? So here is the circle bed, circle, driveway, flower bed, whatever you want to call it. I always call it circle bed. I'm trying to decide how much rain we got last night. I don't have a rain gauge, but now that zinnia, that's done for. That happened a week or so ago. Most of it looks good except for this bee balm. Does not look great. Maybe I can tell up here in the front flower beds. Something I want to show you is up here anyway. So I want to show you this marigold. It is called an Ozark Giant. And it is, well, let me turn the camera and I can show what it is. Okay, so I am 5'4" and it is up to my shoulders. And so I was told it would get 3 to 4 feet tall. And it definitely has. Let me turn this back around. But I was really hoping that the blooms would be gigantic as well. And they're not. They're just regular size. So I do plan on saving seeds and planting again because I love that it is reaching up to the bottom of the balcony. I love to have some height in my flower beds. This one's up next to the front porch. I have another Ozark Giant over here. That's this one. I topped that one because I didn't know if I top it like I do other plants, would it get tall and bushy, and it really just stunted the growth. I do need to tie it up to the balcony because it is leaning quite a bit, but it's just not doing as well. So I will know next time not to top the Ozark Giant marigolds. And look at that columbine. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. And love the vincas. I'll definitely plant those again. And the zinnias, of course. I've got lots of zinnias coming up back in there. So, I'm going to look up here, see if I can figure out. I just don't think we got that much rain. Because I'm looking at, you know, these plastic things I put under the flower pots, and they're bone dry. So, I would say there was lots of thunder and lightning and not much rain. Okay, let's take a walk down to the other garden, or the in-ground garden, and the raised beds. Okay, so let me tell you about the different things I thought about calling this video. One of the titles I thought was Reset, because I have reset a few of the garden rows and these two raised beds. I have harvested all of the container potatoes. I have harvested all of the cauliflower, all of the beets and onions and carrots, and I've pulled out some things that have died or are just taking up too much space, and I have planted new things. And so in one of these containers over here, excuse me, I have basil. I put 2 packets of seeds. Now granted, those were Dollar Tree packets, but 2 packets of seeds in that grow bag, and 1 sprig of basil has come up. I have tried another, this will be the 4th time trying to plant and get any zucchini. It's up and it's beautiful, and we'll see how it goes. I have replanted carrots, another round of carrots. I do have what's supposed to be bush beans, but as you can see, they are trying to vine. And which is crazy because the packets must have got mixed up, because some of the beans are vining and some are not, and they all came out of the same packet. I guess that's all I have redone in the raised beds. And then we get over to the in-ground bed, and I pulled up all the beans because they were buggy and not producing anything, and replanted, and they're looking lovely. A few bug holes, but mostly they're looking good. I replanted some dill, and it's looking amazing. And I need to, let's see, what else did I pull out? Oh, I pulled out all of the spent sunflowers. So we've had a few storms come through, and some of the taller sunflowers, it just completely knocked them over. Some of them, they broke off at the bottom, and some of them, it just pulled up the root ball. And so I have pulled out a lot of the spent or broken sunflowers. I do still need to do my fall garden, which I have those seeds started, and I will show those as part of this video, but they're in the house. And then let me take you to another part of the garden and tell you another title that I considered. Well, hi there, George. How are you? George the jungle cat. He's so cute and snuggly. George is the most mildest mannered cat I have ever had. He loves to snuggle. He's just precious. Where Sassy only snuggles when she wants to, and don't dare pick her up. She does not like to be picked up. She will sit in your lap, but that's it. So I'm going to turn the camera real quick and show you this next part. Let's see here. I'm holding my coffee. Okay, so if you watched any of my previous videos, this was my pot roast section. Get those T's in there. And I have this huge mass of potatoes that need to be harvested. This first row has nothing in it except a zinnia and a few more spent sunflowers that need to come out. And then over here, I had a zucchini. It died. I surrounded it by radishes because I heard somewhere that the bugs don't like the radishes, so then they stay away from the zucchini. Wrong. That did not happen. The bugs got it anyway. And then I have this new row of beans. I think I have the packet out here with me. If I think of it, I'll put the name of the beans on there. And so this section, I thought about titling Rip It Out and Start Over. And it's just such a grassy mess. I just really want to get all those potatoes harvested, which some of the plants are just not ready yet, and start over on this section. So this is where I'm going to put some of my fall plants. That's my plan anyway. We'll see if that happens. And then here you can see my second planting of dill. It's gorgeous, big and bushy. I have another little planting of dill here. I've been harvesting out of this one when I make pickles. Okay, and then the next section, turn the camera, I'm not ready to show you. All right, the next section is not again. Don't do this again. I am so bad about wanting to use up every available space in the garden, and then I end up planting too close. I did it again, and I'll show you. I put pumpkins. So in this section, I have everything that sprawls. I have honey nuts and bottleneck gourds on the, or not bottleneck, but birdhouse gourds on the trellis. Down at the other end is some black beans and pinto beans. I have in here patty pan, squash, which they're more bushy than sprawl, but they do get great big. I have several different kinds of pumpkins. That's a Blue Hubbard, okay? And I have watermelon and cantaloupe. And so the not again part is, don't plant so stinking close together. I can't even find the cantaloupe or watermelon because of all the pumpkin plants. And then I think another part of the not again, I love to grow pumpkins. I love to grow squash. I love to grow gourds. But we have such a hard time with squash bugs. Here's part of the not again. I can't even get in there to take care of the bugs without stepping on the plants. So I need to be mindful of that and not plant so close together again. Also, I'm thinking and wondering, you guys let me know what you think. I'm wondering if I take a year off. Oh, there's a sugar pie pumpkin. If I take a year off of planting anything that the squash bugs get to, like the gourds and the pumpkins and the zucchini and the patty pans, although they've really left the patty pans alone. I'm impressed by that. See Daisy over there? If I take a year off of planting any of that, will the next year, will I be more successful in being able to grow these things without that bug pressure? I don't know. I hate to do that because I love growing these things so much. There's some more pumpkins down in there. I don't know if I can get you, you can kind of see it. But, I mean, look at them. The plants are dying, and it's because of those bugs. It can't be because, well, it could be because of the heat, but I water this not constantly, quite often. I have soaker hoses throughout the entire garden. And so I know the plants are getting plenty of water, But then you look up here at the birdhouse gourds and the plants have just died. I don't know what to do about that. They were big and beautiful and blooming, and now they're dead. And so, I don't know. What should I title this video? Rip it out, start over, reset, not again. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. But I wanted to show you my garden. It is still a beautiful hot mess, even though I have dying pumpkin plants. The trellis I love when it is completely covered. And this year we just did not get to that point, but I do like to see the birdhouse gourds hanging. Hey, side note, did you know you can eat a birdhouse gourd? I found this out last week. And let me set my coffee down so I don't spill it and get in here and show you. So I took one of these birdhouse gourds when it was probably just about, I don't know, it was maybe 4 or 5 inches. And I cut off this bulbous end and there were no seeds. And it was almost a texture kind of cross between a zucchini and a cucumber. It had a little crunch to it. I added it to stir fry and it was delicious. So I'm so excited to do that. Now all of these have gotten too big. But next year I may grow extras. I didn't grow them to eat. I grew them just for decoration. But next year I may grow extras and then we could have them to eat. Oh, I'll show you down here my honey nut squash. They're starting to turn. So they're almost ready to harvest. Oh, here's one. Okay. And these are pinto beans. They're finally starting to climb. There's the cucumbers that they were dying, so I cut them off at the bottom. But I had planted more cucumbers on this other side, and not a one of them came up, and I even amended that soil. So it's a rough year right now for my garden. Started out wonderfully, and now we're having trouble. I have harvested lots of peppers, and I've harvested lots of tomatoes. So that, my friends, is this part of the garden. Now, at the very end of this video, I will take you inside and show you. Ooh, I'm starting to melt. It's very humid out here. I will show you the fall plantings, the seedlings that I have started in the basement under my lights. And so that's very exciting. All right, friends, I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, so now I am in the basement, and I did take a few minutes to put my hair up and cool off. It is so hot outside. I don't know what the temperature is, but the humidity is really high. And it's still, there's no breeze. So we had storms last night, and we are expected to have some more storms this afternoon, I think. And so, goodness sakes, I hope they hurry up and get here and give us some relief. But I did want to show you my seedlings that I have down here. I'm raising the light up a little bit. I don't have actual grow lights. I just use shop lights, and it works okay. Oops, I didn't get that one very high. I do want to invest in some grow lights. Put it on my Christmas list, maybe. Maybe I'll get some for Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to bring you in closer and show you what I've got. Okay, so here we've got, let's see, I've got 6 pots of cauliflower. I have 6 little pots of broccoli. This is Swiss chard. And this one is, oh, those 2 are cabbage. And then over here, goodness sakes, what have I got? Spinach and kale and some Bibb lettuce and Brussels sprouts. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I put them in. I always save these little pots when I go to the greenhouse to buy flowers and such, and then I can just reuse them for my seedlings. But also this time I bought, it was Burpee brand, and it was a seed starting mix. And I will tell you, these little seedlings germinated within 3 days. It was so fast and so amazing. But then I ran out and I had to use it. It was Miracle-Gro brand, but we bought the bag at an estate sale. And so I have no idea how old the bag was. There's probably a date on it and I just didn't look. And I think I did these 4 in that older potting mix. It's also a seed starting mix, but it was just really old and it was very dry. It took about 6 or 7 days for these to germinate. And I just think it's because that mix was so old and dry. This one from Burpee has a lot of coconut coir in it. I've never used that before, and I am sold. I will be buying that forever because it was so fantastic. So I'm going to let these guys get a little longer. I am going to feed them today, just some liquid fertilizer. I bought them water these trays. That's why I like to put my little seedlings on trays, because then I can bottom water. And then hopefully, that one got really tall and leggy. I'm hoping to get these planted out by mid to end August, mid to late August, I should say. It's still really hot here in mid-Missouri, and these are all cool weather crops. So I don't want them to get out there and get shocked and just dry up from the heat. So we'll see, but I'll keep you posted. I'm excited about these little babies. All right, let me turn the camera around. You can see how red-faced I am, which I get red really easy. I overheat easy, and that's why I only go out to the garden like early in the morning and then sometimes late in the evening, because I just get too hot. And just a little bit hot and my face turns red. So it looks a lot worse than it is. Nice and cool here in the basement though. So I'm going to leave you here with this today on this video. That didn't make any sense, but I'm thankful that you are hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a great day. Happy gardening.